Good morning, folks. This is Anne Marie. Today is Wednesday, October the 28th, and this is the SPY report, trading the levels. Yesterday was quite interesting. A lot of negative price action, and I guess due in part to the saber rattling across the way. What we did was fill in a couple of gaps. We went to work. And so if you look over here, we had a gap fill from here to here. And then we went through this portion, and then a gap fill from here to here. This also stops us at support level 2, so I suspect we have a little bit of a bounce. Next gap's not until way down here, and it is extremely minimal. So we have essentially filled in the gaps for the most part with this gigantic move here. Now, what we do from here remains to be seen. As far as the retracement of the large wave, this is a 50% retrace. Let's move that over here so you can see that. Right there. So it could easily be a place to pop. Now, as I've mentioned many times, 61.8% retracement is the natural event for most waves, unless they are following some other kind of specific pattern. And we can see that the slow SMI, pretty low. Let's see, last time we had that, we had a little pop here. We had a pop here and a retracement. This one did not retrace significantly, actually very slow. This one did. And really, I think maybe it had something to do with the overall formation in relation to specific moving averages. But getting up over those moving averages really did press that forward in all likelihood. All right, so today, what are we looking for? A lot of things suggesting a pop. So we want to make sure that if we're short, and we held short overnight, that if we do see popping action, that we take our profits quickly and we don't allow things to move. Now, from the SPY swing levels on the blog, quite a bit got taken care of here, right? So let's see, SPY swing. The short setups, for all of them, SPY, IWM, Q, they all came in. This one coming in about 30 cents shy of the target. Bigger volume, ending the entire day red. Pretty interesting and straightforward trading from that perspective. Today, we look for the bounce. We probably will not see this kind of trend, though if we do, the retrace back to 65 would not be unheard of. 64.24, a more likely test. Looking at the Qs, oops. We've got the slow SMI is all the way up here. Interesting. So the inflection event here feels a little bit bullish. What did we do yesterday? Nothing pretty significant. We didn't fill in this gap. We just came on through and then pretty much double bottomed right here. That also is a likely bounce point. Sitting at the monthly pivot, now you'll notice that the SPY has lost the monthly pivot. This one has not. So essentially the IWM is still outperforming, holding very, very specific levels, sitting at S4 of the daily pivots, but S1 of, well, just under S1 of the weekly pivots. So we do suspect bounce action here, probably into 101.69, maybe 102.24. What we do have to focus on is this going to inflect, give us more upside momentum? Things are essentially very choppy, but could still give us a good range of motion depending on what's going on. And now we have this gap to figure out, right? So we have a gap partially filled here and an unfilled gap here. The wave action event has us at that double bottom, still messing around 38.2. For the Qs, let's see. The Qs basically did the same sort of double bottoming thing as the IWM, breached the prior low here, which the IWM did also, but not as much. Same sort of formation. SPY and the IWM look pretty similar here. Not SPY, IWM and the Qs, excuse me, look pretty similar here. Pretty solid volume. So our expectation on the day is that it bounces into frontline resistance, about 75.63. If you took this beautiful short, which began at, wow, we could have taken it right there. 75.77 was the aggressive entry. The ordinary entry actually did not trigger. It was below 75.03. 75.77 certainly did trigger. And that took us into, wow, we have a target of 75.14 here. That's what it closed at on the day. So very nice. Would have gone through 2 or 3 targets, and that would have been a space to be very minimally sized as you went in. So the SPY short setup and the SPY short setup, the IWM short setup from the ordinary perspective, the Qs from the aggressive entry, all of these look really, really nice. Would have been great trades. The problem is, instead of a swing, it would have taken a day, right? So you'd have gotten in and out. We did see that on a number of our other membership levels, the silver, the gold. We had a number of them that went in and went out because the move was so savage. Again, today we want to look for the pop into this region. More than likely, we could, if we come into this area and fail, we know we've got downside momentum. Well, we have lost the weekly S1, so we should try to recover it. All right, that's it. Overall, the Qs still have a generally flat set of simple moving averages, right? As opposed to the IWM, which may be flat here, but in general, quite negatively trending. And these guys also negatively trending. They actually do look similar. I was comparing the 4-hour. You have to forgive me for that. Yeah, everything looks quite similar here. Quite similar. So I do suspect bouncing. Pre-market action is mildly bullish, but you know, one small thing and things could go crazy. folks who are long oil are in incredible shape this morning. All right, folks, that's it. You take care. Good luck trading.